Hi, my name is John Ruffin, and welcome to my core AWS Identity and Access Management screencast. I am qualified to talk about this, having been lead Java developer for a SailPoint Identity and IIQ project, then later manager for a SailPoint Identity and Access Management project. So, if you know nothing about identity management, you're going to learn some things. If you are a developer, you're certainly going to have a lot of fun because we're going to use the SDK using Node.js to do many of the things that we're going to show in the Amazon Web Services console. We're going to do those same things with Node.js using the SDK. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So core AWS, what is identity and access management? What is that? And why do you care? Well, the first thing you need to understand, what is an identity? You can think of an identity as a user or the users in the enterprise. Now, a user in the enterprise can be a system, right? Systems can talk to systems. It can be an admin account that is typically an unmanned account, right? There's no user behind that, but it does have some rights and privileges to do things in your enterprise. Or it could be various users like contractors or employees or seasonal workers. It could be devices. Those are the identities in your enterprise. So next thing you want to talk about identity management. So what are the automated processes that need to happen when someone joins your company? That is what the joiner workflow is called. Right? So do you need an Active Directory account? Do you need an email account? Do you need a telephone? Do you need a queue? What systems do you need access to? All those things should be automated. Similarly, in a mover workflow, that means you have transferred from one division to another division. What needs to happen in an automated fashion when that happens? Well, all your access from your old division should be wiped away. When you start on your new job in your new division, you should be provisioned new access, right? This should happen automatically. Same thing with the leaver process, right? When you get ready to leave, all your access should be what? Wiped away automatically. So access management. When you think access management, you want to think least privilege. What is the smallest amount of access I need to the systems that I need access to, right? So again, you think about the mover process, you don't want to have access to division A and division B, right, when you're in division B. So that is least privilege. We're going to create some users in Amazon Web Services, and you're going to see that they're going to be created with zero privileges. They're not going to be able to do a thing until we give them access. So what does AWS IAM give you? What does it give you? Well, it gives you centralized control of your identities. One place, one centralized repository to manage all of your identities. It gives you policies, and one that comes to mind is the password policy. Typically, you might want to say, hey, you need to change your password every 90 days. Or you might want to have a policy that says a password needs to have uppercase, lowercase, and a special character. That will be a policy. Then you talk about groups and roles and granular permissions. So granular permissions are typically put on groups and roles, and then users are assigned to groups and roles, and then those things kind of cascade down. You also have talk about federation. Federation means that you can sign into the system using your Active Directory credentials, or you may be able to sign in with your Facebook credentials, or your LinkedIn credentials, or some kind of open ID. Right? That's for federation. Multi-factor authentication. You're going to see when I log into my AWS account, I'm going to put in my username, I'm going to put in my password, it's going to accept that, and then the second layer is going to ask me for my multi-factor authentication, which is a 6-digit code I'm going to get from my telephone. Only I have that, and it's linked to my account. And then you have time periods, meaning you may have seasonal workers, you may have some college interns that are going to start one day, end one day, or you may have people who work at night. You don't want them to have access to the system during the day, so they may have access from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. Those are time periods. You can manage all that via IAM. So let's dive into the AWS console in the next video.